Welcome back.
What up? We on a boat.
On a boat, motherfucker. Okay, so we're talking about favorite players to watch.
Yep.
It was my turn.
Yeah, this is current generation.
Yep. Active players. I think we're supposed to just avoid this shit, right?
I think we can kill the gun, so.
Can't kill this thing up here, though?
I don't think you can. But I think we can get rid of those guns.
Alright.
Oh, no, I think you hurt it.
I'm hurting it.
Yeah, there we go. It look like Contra guns.
Alright. John Morant.
Yeah. I figured you was going to say him, so I was like, I'll let you have it.
I love watching him. Kevin Durant, of course. I know you've said it, but I'm gonna steal some of yours.
Hey, listen. I think it's perfectly fine to say that you like watching Kevin Durant.
I like watching Kevin Durant because when he plays basketball, he looks like he's not even fucking trying.
Yeah.
The entire time.
It's incredible. Like,
it's crazy how somebody can put as little effort into playing, or make it look like he's putting as little effort as possible, and still play so well.
No, it's a like there are players that when they get older, you're like, you know, when you mentioned Penny, I'm like, yeah, I don't think dudes really remember like how good Penny was getting down. Because all you hear is, you know, like you hear, oh yeah, he was with Shaq and he didn't help Shaq get his money and all that stuff. And it's like, man, look, let me tell you, people were scared of that Orlando team. They can say what they want to. Yep. Them young bucks was coming, and it was not just because of Shaq. Yes, Shaq hadn't even reached his peak yet.
They went to the finals? Wait, Shaq's rookie?
No, third year. No, fourth year.
Was it that?
Yeah, it's fourth year.
Oh, okay. I thought it was sooner than that.
No, he spent 5 years in Orlando, and then they ran it back the next year after they went to the third year. Yeah, he went the third year.
Yeah,
and then
I knew it was pretty early.
Yeah, the fourth year they got beat, and then they got beat by the Bulls that next season because they had eliminated the Bulls, but they didn't make it to the finals because New York ended up beating them, and New York lost to the. No, that's right. Yeah, they beat the Bulls. They went to the finals. They lost, and then didn't make it back the next season. They got beat by the Bulls. Got swept by the Bulls. Or maybe 5 games. But yeah, that was it was amazing. It's the same dude. You doing the same thing. Oh yeah, they work him out if he's stuck.
Okay, so this year, I really like watching Larry Marketing.
I'm on the marketing train.
Yeah, like what he's done this year has been awesome. It's been fun to watch.
Like, me and my brother used to talk about him not being used correctly in Chicago. Like, you're talking about franchises to watch back in the day, and then like now, like I hate watching the Bulls. Going through the Jordan thing and then finding out like why things are the way they are with GMs and stuff like that. Yeah, I will be forever this man pulled the pole off. I will be a Chicago Bulls hater in the present day because they just make terrible choices. You had Lauri Markkanen, you drafted him, and you made him a sit in the corner 3-point shooter,
and that's not what he is.
No.
He I think he excels at playing the elbow and post.
Yeah, like he can score.
And he can drive and slash too.
Yes, like there was an athleticism there that they was just acting like it didn't exist. Like, it's like, oh, he can't. It's like, bro, look, he's coming out of college. Yeah, there's going to be an adjustment period for him adjusting to the speed of the game and just learning how to react and everything like that. But just put him in the corner and just tell him to shoot threes.
I think they ruined a lot of people's career doing that. Because he's not the only one that's happened to him.
Well, like for some people it works, right? Like I watched JJ Redick talk about it.
Right.
He was like, coming out of Duke, JJ Redick was a scorer.
Yeah.
Like he got buckets. Got to the league and it's like, all right, the way you scored in college, they really don't let you do that anymore. And he was like, hey, I'm gonna be out of the league if I don't figure out how to get in where I fit in.
Yeah.
So he just started figuring out ways to be better at shooting threes, which he was already good at, but then also making his defense not so much of a liability.
There's some balls.
There's some balls.
Yeah. So what I got? John Morant, KD, Markkanen. Who else? I'll pick a role player now. Claxton.
Oh yeah.
I like watching Claxton. I think he's on the cusp of really breaking out.
Yeah,
he showed flashes of it last year, and he's shown a lot more of it this year. I think he just needs to figure out how to make it more consistent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Bebop?
Yeah, he came through just giving it out.
throwing grenades.
He's not a big guy per se. I think we got to fight. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm sitting in this corner. Just came take light from him. Oh my goodness! Did you just do a super move?
Yeah, I did. How did I do that? Oh, push both buttons together. They have to be like exact same time.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and push forward at the same time. At least mine was.
It don't matter. This dude with the ninja star's gonna hook me up, so it's all for naught. Yeah, no, he's right on the cusp, but he's not a big dude. He's a tall dude. So
long.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, he has to figure out how to deal with big guys, because the few big dudes that's in the league right now, they're hard to deal with. Like, bro, Steven Adams could figure out how to score consistently, he would be dangerous, because his ability to just get rebounds and just cause problems interior wise is just,
he's getting double off of assists and rebounds though.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
he could figure out how to score consistently, man, he could be a
just an elbow,
machine.
just like an elbow jumper, you know, just something respectable, not deadly. Who else you got?
I'll go another role player. Oh my god,
You beat me though.
I know his name.
Oh, we got to continue.
I know his name. Jose.
Oh yeah,
Alvarado.
Alvarado. Yeah,
Alvarado. I was thinking there was an S in his name, and I didn't want to just butcher it, but there's not. I like watching him play.
There's an S in Jose.
His energy that he brings off the bench, and his playmaking ability on defense is just it's what all teams want.
What's like, all right, so like the Raptors got two people that I like, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. So like Pascal Siakam has had like 50-point games and stuff recently. And I know scoring is just up in general, but like
he's their sixth man, right?
No, he's like their starting.
Oh, he's a starter?
Starting swingman. I think OG might come off the bench sometimes because he's a bit younger and less polished. Well, there's also, you know, the weirdness when you watch games and the people you think should be playing ain't playing, so it kind of throws off.
Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of Raptor games this year.
Man, Raptors is it's a good time, but I feel like they're a team that's kind of like they're not gonna win right now. Like they're
talking about getting rid of Van Vliet.
Yeah, well they've been talking about that since they won the championship and they got rid of Kyle Lowry, because I think they wanted him to step in that role, but like young Kyle Lowry is a dog. He just got old and he just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, one, you get old and you start to see the dudes like they get, you know, hamstring injuries and stuff like that. You know, we've watched way too many careers go through that.
He's a thick boy.
Thickums. But yeah, Fred VanVleet hasn't really turned into that for them. And so it's like, yeah, he'll have a 30-point game here and there, but like also I don't think he's ever going to be able to defend like Kyle Lowry could like early in his career.
Yeah, I saw a lot of rumors saying that the Lakers should pick him up and try and trade for him. So we'll see.
I mean, I think Fred VanVleet has to be in the right situation for it to actually be worth anything.
These guys last time, I don't remember these guys last time.
We got far enough.
Well, actually, no, because we fought.
We died to these guys, didn't we? Or right after? Nah, they giving it out, bro.
Well, yeah. So yeah, that's my 5. Of course, there's a bunch of other players I like watching. I think those are my top 5. Honorable mention probably Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I like. So he got to be healthy.
Or not Jackson. Their bench player, Clark.
Oh yeah.
I like watching him. I think he's very similar to Claxton, the way he plays. I think Claxton's further along than Clark is.
Yeah.
But I think Clark can be a real good 6-man.
I think there's a handful of players that's like right there. Ooh.
I got hit by.
Yeah, you got hit by twice. Yeah, you hit me twice. I told you up though.
I don't think I actually played this one before.
I played this one like 3 times, and I always just was like, it ain't as good as the arcade. It's like the NES version of the arcade game. I always liked better, but also because I could beat it. This one always felt way harder, and I always was mad about the fact that it was so much harder. Because the Turtles had all these new moves, but like, you know, you still got to be able to beat the game. Hey, I'm gonna kill you, so it ain't gonna matter. Are you hitting him when he was doing that?
I don't think so.
But if you are watching, if you're not watching NBA games and you're a fan of NBA basketball, like first of all, I need everybody to do this thing for me where you stop listening to other people tell you about the leagues and stuff like that. Like the people who are always talking about how, like listen, if you really believe that you don't like pro sports and you like college sports, all right, man, you can have it. But to act like the level of play,
I thought
I was waiting for it to fade. The level of play, like this year NBA, bro, it's some good basketball going.
Dude, there's a lot of teams that were supposed to be trash that ended up being really good this year.
Like you mentioned the Jazz, obviously. Like
Jazz, Pacers.
The Pacers, like
Portland.
First of all, on the Pacers, you got Tyrese Halliburton coming out giving it to him, which people kind of figured he was going to step up a little more this year. But then you got like Buddy Hield, like just doing his thing. They still can't get rid of Miles Turner, so we'll see what goes on with that. But like, just most nights, man, you could, if there's 4 games on, there's probably gonna be 3 solid games.
It's crazy. Like a lot of like Portland's another one.
I'll do what I did.
It seems like every trade that happened this offseason like made all the teams better except for Minnesota. Minnesota's the only one that probably caught an L this offseason.
Yeah, based on offseason acquisitions and trades, yeah. And I feel so bad, man, because I know that they, like, I get the theory behind it, right? You get Rudy. Cat doesn't have to worry about interior defense anymore. But
it seems like he still is. It's weird.
Well, he has to, because the problem with Rudy is, if you look at his last couple seasons, like, all of that, you know, destruction of the paint stuff really ain't there no more like that. Like it was already starting to go. Then you put them in a whole new system, and I just don't know. I think sometimes they don't consider the personnel's got to match for teams to be successful.
Yeah,
I know it's like you should be able to put a bunch of talented players on the team and then they be good, but that's not real life. That's 2K. Like
but I also think Cat's not as good as everybody thinks he is.
Oh, I think he's every bit as good as he thinks he is. I just think he's not the guy to lead your team to victory.
I don't like his attitude.
Oh, I mean, because again, if he's the best gifted player on the court, but he's not your guy, I think he's extremely effective. I think relying on him to be not only the best actual player, but you want him to be the guy who leads the team, I don't think that's his bag. And it shouldn't have to be. Just because you're the best player on the team doesn't make it where you have to be the best guy. I mean, the leader guy. Like, that's not necessary. Sometimes it works really well, but I don't think it's 100% necessary for a team to be successful. Like, you look at, now this is not the exact example, right? But you look at what Golden State did, right?
Yeah.
Nothing about Steph Curry leads me to believe that he's like leader guy in the sense of like he's the one commanding the huddle and all that. That's clearly Draymond's bag, right? Nobody thinks Draymond is better than Steph Curry, but I bet you on that team, if he says something, everybody shuts up and listens, or he punches him in the face.
And Jordan Poole found out.
Yeah, well, you know, he's a young bull. He's a little extra.
Talking wild.
Yeah, he had to baptize him. But I'm saying, like, just from an actual like leadership role perspective, like nobody thinks that Draymond's better than Clay. Like peak Clay versus peak Draymond, that's not comparable. Like, but Draymond's still the like heart and soul of the team. I think that Minnesota has to figure out what that looks like before anything can be successful. They got to figure out what does the successful team look like. And for some teams, man, if you've never had a winning culture and attitude, like,
I mean, they won.
How do you find it?
They won the college championship last year.
Yeah.
Minnesota when they won the playing game.
Oh,
God, that was so funny.
It's like,
hey, we'll talk about that next time.
Okay.
See y'all tomorrow. Peace.